All right, you guys. I do apologize. I got to the Verbling website after a class I was just teaching, and everything was in different places. And I am not the most tech-savvy person, and so I got there and I was like, "Oh no, where do I go to start my class?" And so and it was different. So I had to go in and search where I needed to go, and I do apologize for being late because I couldn't find it. Very well. So this hour we are going to be talking about smoking. All right, smoking, a smoking ban, whether or not it's a good thing, and we'll discuss the topic and see what you guys think. Okay. First up, let's see who we have. Amparo, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Welcome to class.
And
All right, and Daniela.
Yes, I am.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. Okay,
Can you hear
good.
me?
I
Okay.
can. Yeah, there was a really loud sound there a bit
Okay.
ago, but I think it's gone down now. It should be.
Sorry,
good.
it was my fault.
Okay.
Sorry, it was my fault. I didn't close Verbling windows.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Awesome. And you know, yesterday after our class, I went and had lunch. I think something like that with my wife, and I was sitting down. I was like, Malta looks like such a beautiful place. And I sat her down. I was like, come look at this. Look at this place. And so we sat and we looked at videos for a while. It was really fun. So
Great.
it's great. So thank you for telling me about your country. I thought it was great. Let's see, Dennis, how are you?
I'm okay. How about Chad? Hello, everyone.
Doing good. Thank you for asking. Welcome back. And let's see, we have Vincenzo. How are you? Hey there.
Fine, thanks. Fine.
Excellent, excellent. And I believe, Vincenzo, I had your daughter in one of my classes a bit ago. It was probably last week or something like that. But yeah, I believe she was your daughter. It was
My
great
daughter.
to have her in class. Yeah, your daughter was in class. It was great to have her in.
Paula.
Paula. Yes, very good.
It was Paula.
Yes.
Paula, yes.
Yes. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get started. The link to the class is right here in the chat box. Go ahead and open that up. When you do, this is what you'll see. Okay. And let's see here. Ismael, welcome to class. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you, Chet. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to have you here.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you as well. Okay, you guys. So we're going to scroll down. All right, we're going to look at some vocabulary words first, then read an article, and then talk about some things, okay? All right, so the idea here with the vocabulary, we're going to match the word to its definition on the right-hand side. So we have A through M, okay? If you don't know what the word is, that's okay. We'll open it up to the class, see if the class can help out. If not, then we'll take a look at pictures, or I'll do my best to explain what the word is, okay? So let's go to Amparo. Number 1, please.
okay, forbid. Letter C, ban, not permit.
Okay, good. Ban, not permit. Okay, yes. If something is forbidden, it is not allowed. Okay. How about number 2? And this is for Daniela.
Unintended. Letter E, not planned.
Okay, unintended, E, not planned. Okay, so to intend to do something means that you are going to do it. Okay, we see that prefix there, unintended, not planned. Good. Okay, number 3, this is for Dennis.
Effect
Mhm.
is a result. H.
Yes. Okay. Effect is another word for result. Okay, used in a phrase, cause and effect. Okay. Number 4. This is for Ismail.
Yes. Number 4, veteran.
Okay, that would be veteran. Veteran.
J, veteran.
Uh-huh.
J, former soldier.
Good. Yeah. So a veteran, okay, is a former soldier. Whenever we talk about veterans, like we have Veterans Day or something like that, that does not mean that it's someone that used to work at a place. We are always meaning the former soldiers. Okay, that's what that word means. 9 times out of 10 in the United States. Okay. Number 5. This is for Vincenzo.
Allora, vediamo un po'. Before, F.
Okay, so prior to. Go ahead and read that. Prior to.
Prior to is equal to before.
Yep.
F.
Before. F. Okay, prior to this, before this happened. Okay, good. How about number 6, Amparo?
Allowed. Letter E, I, permitted.
Okay, give me a short I there. Permitted.
Permitted.
Good. Yes. So allowed would be the opposite of forbid.
Forbid. Mhm.
Okay. So allowed, opposite of forbid, and vice versa. Okay. Number 7. Let's see. Number 7 is for Daniela.
Ventilated is having good air movement.
Okay. And this would be ventilated.
Ventilated.
Good. And having good air movement. Where'd you go? Having good air movement. Oh, yeah. M down here. Yeah. Very good. Ventilated. Okay. Very good. Number 8. This is for Dennis.
Resident. Person living in a certain place.
Okay, good. Yes, a resident, a person in a certain place. If you are renting an apartment, okay, or a house or something like that, you would be called a resident. Okay. Also, if you are the owner of a house and you receive a letter or something like that, they may refer to you as dear resident. Okay, because they don't know who you are, but they're stating that you are the person that lives there. Okay. Very good. Let's go to number 9, and this is for Ismail.
Number 9, exempt. Be free from, not part of.
Yes, exempt.
Exempt.
Okay. Exempt. That's exactly what that means. So if you are exempt from a law, okay, or if you are tax exempt, that means that you don't have to pay taxes. Okay, tax exempt. All right. If you are exempt from, some diplomats, when diplomats are living in another country, they have diplomatic. I forget that word. Immunity. Yeah, diplomatic immunity. Okay, which means that they are exempt to certain laws there in whatever country they're in. It's diplomatic immunity. So basically, they can do whatever they want. Unfortunately, it's funny, but yeah, they're exempt. Okay. All right. So number 10. Number 10 is for Vincenzo.
Allora, overlook, lì, perdere, perhaps, I think, having good air movement.
Okay, having good air movement belongs with ventilated.
Excuse me. Overlook.
Okay, so let me use this in a sentence. Okay, I overlooked. Okay, I overlooked having. I overlooked the screw that was loose on the lawnmower, and and as I was mowing the lawn, the blade, okay, broke off, or the wheel broke off. So I overlooked that loose screw. Okay, resulting in something bad. Okay. All right.
Perhaps, excuse me, perhaps if you are in a skyscraper, you can overlook all the city, I think.
Okay, you can, yes, you can overlook a skyscraper overlooking, you would have to have an ing there, overlooking the city. But when we are using this as a verb, okay, to overlook something, okay,
yes.
Let's see here. Is there anybody in class that knows what this word overlook means?
Yeah, not notice. I felt
Letter
to
A.
see.
Okay, so
No.
A.
Fail to see.
Okay, A. Not
A.
notice, fail to see.
Fail to see. Okay. Okay. I have always used it like sightseeing, like some sightseeing. Okay. Overlook. Yeah. So sightseeing.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, so there is, you can use it when overlooking, okay, an area, but to overlook something would be to miss it, to fail to see. All right? Let's go to number 11. This is for Lena. How are you, Lena?
Hey, good, fine, thank you.
Excellent. All right, good to have you here. Go ahead and read number 11 and tell me what you believe that word means.
Deserve the right to do something.
Okay, so deserve the right to do something. Is that here? Oh, earn. Yeah, so earn the right to do something. Okay, good. Yeah, very good. Deserve. Okay, I deserve a chocolate cake because I didn't eat sugar all week. All right, let's go to number 12. Number 12 is for Amparo.
Consult. D. Discuss with.
Okay, good. Yeah, consult. To discuss with. So if there is someone that is a consultant, okay, it's someone that you can discuss with, okay, on a particular matter. Okay, they usually specialize in something. They are a consultant. Okay, and our last one here, number 13, this is for Daniela.
Battle is G, fight.
Okay, and that would be pronounced battle. Battle.
Battle. Battle.
Good, yeah. And so fight. Excellent. Okay. All right, you guys. Any questions about our vocabulary words before we read our article? Nope. Okay.
No.
Awesome. Let's scroll up. And Dennis, we'll start with you. Go ahead and read our first paragraph here.
Okay. Chad, could you make it more bigger?
Could I make it bigger? Instead of more bigger, make it bigger.
Yeah.
There you go. That's about as well. Let's see. I can do one more. Does that help?
Yeah. Thanks. That's
okay, good.
A new law in the state of Idaho forbids smoking in all state-owned buildings and within 20 of their entrances and exits. This new clean outdoor law is having an unintended effect on a special group of senior citizens.
Okay, very good. Let's go to Ismail. Please continue on to the next paragraph.
Dozens of smokers who live at the Idaho State Veterans Homes in Boise, Pocatello, and Lewiston are now being forced to smoke outside. Prior to the passing of this new law, these veterans had not been allowed to smoke in their own rooms. However, each home had provided a special designed, well-ventilated smoking room for the residents to use. These smoking rooms were separated from other rooms in the homes to protect non-smokers from second-hand smoke.
Thank you. Let's go to Vincenzo. Please read the next paragraph.
Allora, in the past, public nursing homes, including veterans' home, had been exempt from environmental laws banning smoking in public places. However, according to Richard Jones, the administrator of Veterans Services, the new law appears to have overlooked the situation of senior citizens. Mr. Jones is very worried about what will happen when winter arrives and the veterans have to leave the building to smoke.
Okay, thank you. And let's go to Lena. Please finish off our article here. Okay, all the way down to the end, please.
Okay. Many of the old soldiers living in the state's veterans' homes are very angry about the way they are being treated in the final years of their lives. They believe they have fought hard for their country and deserve the right to smoke inside their buildings. They are planning to consult with their Attorney General's office and ask their legislature to give the same exemption as in the past. These old soldiers say they have one last battle to fight.
There you go. Good. Okay. They have one last battle to fight. Okay. So, here, what is our article discussing? Amparo, could you summarize this article?
Yeah, the new law is forbidden to smoke in any buildings, even in the veterans nursing service.
Okay.
So now the veterans are worried because they have to go outside to smoke. Now there is a guide. I don't remember the charge, but it is what is going to happen when it's winter, because they have to go outside to smoke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're a little concerned about that. For those of you unfamiliar with where Idaho is, which is probably most of you, Idaho is not a very well recognized state in the United States, as well as Utah, where I'm from. But yes, so there are. It gets very cold there. It gets very cold. So below zero, okay, in most cases, and it has a lot of snow and a lot of wind. Okay, Boise is actually one of my favorite places. I actually love it there. It's very mountainous, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff you can do. Okay, but yeah, it's a concern because you're going to take these soldiers that had fought for the country and say, well, sorry, you are now going to have to suffer outside and smoke. So let's talk about this, and let's talk about smoking and a ban on smoking in general. Starting with Daniela, what's your opinion? What's your opinion of this article? Do you think it is fair what they are doing or unfair?
I think in general it's a good idea also for even for veterans, because I think they are old, so for their health is better the smoke as an allow in their house. So I think of course is boring for their this situation, but for their health it's better.
Okay, so for them it would be better. Now you used a word there. Did you say you feel that it's boring?
Yes, because I don't know is exactly the mean, but I would like to say it's not a favorite thing for
Oh, okay. All right. So,
them.
yeah, so we wouldn't say boring there. We would say this is not a favorite topic of discussion.
It's
I'll type that in there. Okay, it's not a favorite topic of discussion. Okay, because it affects some people negatively.
yeah.
Okay, it affects some people negatively, but your feeling, your opinion here is that it's actually better for them. Is that right?
Yes, especially for their health.
Eh?
Okay.
Health.
All right.
Health.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And how about you, Dennis? What is your
Okay.
opinion here about the article?
Do you smoke, Chad?
What's that?
Do you smoke?
No, I do not. I do not smoke.
I've gave up my smoking several
Good for
months
you.
ago.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, and now I see that actually it's very annoying for people around you. For example,
Okay.
I have a neighbor, and he always smokes at his balcony,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a window next to my window, and I always have my windows open, and when wind blows at my direction, I feel it, and it's I don't know, it's really bad. Even now, I felt it. So I think it's good.
Okay.
If to speak in general about Ben, not just about this article and this particular case, but in general, it's good.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm sort of an interesting person. To be totally honest, I puffed on a cigarette once and didn't like it. That was when I was about 10. Okay, and never went back and tried it ever again. Okay, and personally, I've never tried alcohol, and so I don't have those types of vices. But for me, because I'm a musician, and it's not only because I'm a musician, but I say it because I've been in the atmosphere. I love the way cigarette smoke smells. I do. I love it. Okay. The
You
reason
know,
why is because when I smell it, it reminds me of being in a concert someplace. When I smell alcohol, I go, oh yeah, remember that time? And then go
yeah,
back and talk about being at a concert, because for me that was the funnest parts of my life up till now. Okay,
yes, yes, yes.
and I've really enjoyed it. So though I don't smoke, nor do I plan on it. Okay, it brings back memories for me. It's very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, it's
In,
odd.
yes, in
So
my case is the opposite because I stopped. I have stopped smoking a lot of years ago. But when I feel one man, when I can I say when I, when I feel one man smoking a cigarette, I am disturbed. You know, I'm
okay,
disturbed.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
okay,
there
all
is
right,
something in my stomach that is very strange about the smoke of the cigarette. Yes,
okay,
I
and
don't. Yes.
all right, no problem. And how about you, Ismail? What's your opinion about this article? Is it a good thing? Okay, that they are banning smoking and then having these veterans smoke outside, or could they think of a better way to do it? What do you think?
Yes, Chet, I am a non-smoker. I can not tolerate even if I am outside the smell of smoke. I feel very uncomfortable when I inhale some of the fume of smokes.
Okay.
I never smoke, and uh, but there are lots of people who are smoking, and they need some place, especially in cold winter days. But the smoke affects the non-smoker very badly.
Okay. All right.
They they make the non-smoker uncomfortable and maybe give some bad effects on their health. I
Okay.
think it is good to ban smoking, especially in closed areas.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Thank you. And we heard from Vincenzo, and let's go to Lena. Lena, what's your opinion about this article?
As for me, I think that's a good idea to forbid smoking in social places. Or you just need some place to smoke, and that's all. As for me, I don't smoke, and in my family nobody smokes yet. My husband has smoked during 10 years, and
Hmm.
after that I was very disappointed with it, and I suggested him to read such a book by Alan Carr. No,
Hmm.
do you know this author?
I
Yes.
don't. Yeah, I don't know him. But did it help him to stop smoking?
Yeah, but it's as I understood it, it's famous author in America, Alan Carr. Alan Carr.
Alan Carr.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I've heard
So
the name. I've heard the name, but I haven't read his books.
yeah, he read these books, and after that he gave up smoking. It's now our life is better.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Thank you. And Amparo, what is your opinion about this article?
I think it is good that they have to be banned because it's not good for your health. It's not good for your economy. So you don't have any benefit smoking, and you can even cause any sickness to the people that is around you, your children maybe, or your wife or your husband, and then you can change the situation. You
Okay.
cannot change the situation. That's a good idea. And in this case, the veterans, well, I suppose there are 80 years or 70 years, so the health is more fragile. So it's good for them.
All right, very good. I see some comments here in the chat box. They're saying, "Well, someone has to be against the ban." Well, come on in. If you have an opinion, come on into class, and so that you can share your opinion. That'd be great. Um, personally, okay. Personally, I don't. I don't agree with smoking, even though it brings back memories. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, um, and but a part of me feels bad for these guys here that have risked their lives. Okay, and in part being in things like that during wars and whatnot, a lot of them pick up the habit of smoking. Okay, and you know, yes, it's a bad habit, but they pick that up, and I don't know. Part of me feels bad because I respect them so much for what they did. Okay, for fighting for a country. I'm like, can't we figure out another way? Okay, doesn't that room where they were smoking, a well ventilated room, isn't that good enough? Okay, or are you thinking that it'll get through the walls and get to other people? That's part of what I think. Should there be a ban? Should there be smoking in bars? No, I don't think smoking should be done in bars or any other public places, things like that. I don't think that's a good thing. But for those that have the vice of smoking, can we find a place, like in this instance, for the veterans, a place for them to smoke? Maybe. Are they going about it a little bit maybe in the wrong way? Maybe kind of like saying, "Hey, you guys get out of here. Okay, we don't want you here." So that's what I think. They can probably think of a different way, but I do agree with the smoking ban, definitely. Okay, let's check out some other questions here. All right, so with
Chet,
Daniela, yes,
Chet, can I ask you?
sure.
Yes, excuse
Is
me.
this
No, Dennis is talking. Okay, go ahead, Dennis.
is this a special word, maybe some kind of informal word for these places for smoking people? Places when people can smoke. How this place is called?
Is there a special word for it? It would be called a smoking area, or the designated smoking area.
Okay. So there is no informal word, more short word.
No, we don't have a formal like a shorter word for it. It's a designated smoking area or the smoking area. If you add the at the very beginning, that would designate it as, that's the place to do it.
But it sounds strange. I go to designated smoking area.
yeah, but that would that would be what we refer to it as, the designated smoking area.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Daniela, let's see here. Okay, question for you. Do you think there should be a special indoor there should be special indoor smoking rooms in senior citizens care homes? Do you think that would be something that is necessary, or should we have them smoke outside?
No, I think it will be better if they would have a special indoor smoking room, because I was smoker.
I was a smoker.
I was
A smoker.
a smoker, and it's very difficult stopping the smoke, because especially for people have smoked for very long time, as 20 years or more years. So for example, now I stopped to smoke about 6 years ago, but sometimes
Great.
I have again desire to smoke. So yes.
Yeah, and it never really leaves you, right?
No, I force myself to don't smoke, because it's dangerous for my health, because I have a problem with my nose. I had a surgery about my nose, because I had sinusitis. So now I can smoke, but often I have desire. So I imagine that for these soldiers is very complicated.
Sure.
Because for me, smoking was very relaxed.
It was very relaxing.
Yes, was very relaxing. So I think it's the same for these people.
Okay. All right. Now, one of the phrases that you said, I wanted to correct yourself. I wanted to correct you. You should have said, "I force myself not to smoke." Okay. I can't remember exactly how you worded it, but the best way to say that is, "I force myself not to smoke."
Okay.
Oh yeah, you had said, "I force myself not to smoking." I think is what you had said. Okay.
Yeah.
But not to smoke would be fine. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, excellent. Thank you for your answer. Dennis, what's your opinion on this question? We're going to do 2 people per question here, and so we can change up the questions. Okay, so Dennis, what's your opinion on question number 1 here?
Should I read it?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to.
Do you think there should be special indoor smoking rooms in senior citizens' care homes? Maybe, but I don't know. It sounds strange. It's very expensive, and nobody will do it. Just
Okay. So the cost outweighs the benefit.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Especially in indoor rooms, you should build it. I don't know. It's impossible. I think it's possible.
Okay. All right. And so
They should be. I think.
So they should be able to then go outside and smoke then, right?
Yeah, maybe some kind of, I don't know, public smoking places at streets.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's very strange, but maybe it's a good idea.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you. Let's go to Ismail. Number 2, it says, do you think restaurants should have smoking sections? Why or why not?
I don't think restaurants have smoking section, chat, because we cannot confine the smoke, and people who are smoking, their fumes are going around the restaurant, and the non-smoking people must inhale these smokes, and it is not healthy.
Okay, instead of saying must inhale it, because that's like a commandment, you must do this. Instead of saying must, we would probably say will inhale. Okay, they will inhale the smoke because you can't contain it. Like what you had said before, you can't contain the smoke, so they're going to inhale it, okay, or they will inhale it. Instead of must, we would use future tense, okay?
Yes.
All right.
It's not just about fume, because if you smoke at street, people don't feel it. But it's prohibited to smoke around schools or places for children. It's just a bad example for children. Can I say in this way?
Yeah, you definitely can. That sounded good.
It's not about fume and inhaling the fume.
Okay. All right. Very good. How about you, Vincenzo? Number 2, do you think that restaurants should have smoking sections? Why or why not? What's your opinion?
Also number 2, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Perhaps yes. I think it's a good idea. It's also in the respect of the other person. I think that another thing that it would be useful in order to stop smoking, it would be to make this person aware of the consequences of the smoking. And because people generally are, how do you say, directed or are going to make something when they are scared. For example, something that can work, it could be to make them pay the expenses deriving from the illness consequent to the smoking. This, I think, would be a good idea.
Okay,
Well,
but with regards to
the
the
restaurant,
restaurants, you think it's a good idea to have
no, in a
smoke
certain
protection?
sense, yes or not. Yes, for the other people, and not for the person who is smoking, because it's the state is how do you say, is in this case is is going to make feel bad this person,
Okay,
because is agree with this person to smoke, agree with this person in order to smoke. Do you
okay,
understand?
I do,
Yeah.
I do. All right,
Mm.
that's fine. Very good, thank you. All right, Lena, let's go to you and number three. This will be for Lena and Amparo. So, Lena, do you think pubs and bars should be smoke-free? Okay, and give your reasons.
Okay, as for me, I think that there could be some bars where you can smoke, and there could be some bars and pubs where it is forbidden. And
Good.
when you are going to go to pub, you just should know if you can smoke here or not. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, so having smoking bars and non-smoking bars.
Yeah.
Okay, and if someone wants to smoke, they go to the smoking bar.
Yes.
If they don't, then they go to the other. Fair
Yep.
enough.
Yes.
Okay. How
But
about you,
but,
Amparo?
but the main ideas of bars is it it's a place when people go to and can sit at the table and can smoke and can sip their alcohol. It's just impossible to imagine bars without smoking.
Okay.
Bars are invented for
Not.
smoking.
Okay. Yeah, there are actually bars, and I've been to many of them. Bars
Yeah,
where
yeah, actually, yeah.
there's
Have you
no
ever seen
smoking.
a bar without smoking? It's just impossible for me.
For me it's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
Yes, for me it's
But
weird, but I'm also okay with it as well because I really shouldn't be around it. But again, like I said before, whenever I smell smoke, cigarette smoke, I'm like, wow, oh, remember that time, and it kind of reminds me of being in a concert. But that's just me. Okay, Amparo, what's your opinion about bars and clubs being smoke free?
I don't think so because you have to consider the people who work there. Maybe they're working there just for necessity. I know because they like to smoke or smell all the time
Okay,
the cigarettes.
to
So
smell the cigarettes all the time.
yeah, smell the cigarette all the time. So I think it's not with you. Just when you are a smoker, you think it that way. You think
Okay,
that nobody is going to be bothered because you are smoking around, but the health of the other people, even when they are not smoker, could be affected.
okay. All
Mhm.
right. Very good. Thank you. Let's go to Daniela.
mhm.
And this question here. So, should employers be allowed to ask job applicants if they smoke?
No, I think it is a don't positive thing because it's like a racistic behavior. Because if you are a smoker, you can work. Why?
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make perfect sense. I mean, if someone smokes, should that stop them from working for you or not? Okay. Okay, so you don't believe so. How about you, Dennis? Should employers be allowed to ask job applicants if they smoke?
I don't know. It's a very extreme case. Uh, No, no, of course not. I just don't see any reason to do this. I don't think that smoke can very disturb you from your job.
The only thing that I can think of is if your job requires a certain amount of like health, like a health standard. So like astronauts, for example,
Oh yeah.
or but that's like in a special situation. You know what I'm saying? So not to be let's see, an office clerk,
Yes,
right?
if I am a clerk, it's not important if I am a smoker or not.
Yeah, exactly. Things like that. But if your job requires a certain amount of you have a health requirement or whatnot, then yeah, maybe it's time to look at that, and that should be a question, okay, that should be asked. Okay, all right, very good. Let's go to Ismail. And Ismail, should cigarette advertising be banned on television and magazines?
I think in that direction, Chad, because young people can watch television and read magazines and see the cigarette advertising, and this advertising affects young people, and maybe they will try it after they saw this advertising. It is not good. It is not it is not good for their health, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I believe that in the United States, we no longer have cigarette commercials on TV.
Yeah,
But I haven't watched normal TV for about 5 years. And it's still, I don't have a TV. I don't watch commercials now. I rarely, the only commercials I see are like on YouTube, and that's about it, right? So I don't know 100%, but that's what I think happened. But I do see them in like magazines. Okay, certain types of magazines have cigarette ads and whatnot. I don't know about in newspapers, but I do remember when I was younger and seeing the Joe Camel and seeing cigarette commercials all the time, all the time. All right, let's.
And Chad,
Yes.
do you think this advertising causes people to start smoking?
I don't personally. I don't think the advertising encourages people to start smoking. I think people encourage people to start smoking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think, and that's why, based on your comment, Dennis, from before, having to stay away from schools to smoke in certain places like that, so they don't see it happen. I think that's a logical decision. Okay, because like I had mentioned, advertising doesn't influence people to smoke. It's it's people. It's other friends or whatnot saying, come on, don't be a weenie. Everyone's doing it. All this peer pressure type stuff that gets you involved in it, or you're wanting to fit in or whatever it may be. Okay.
In
So
Italy,
Yes, but there is something that is misleading and false in this advertising, because it includes also the faults of the state about smoking, because the state get a lot of money about with smoking, and so it's useless to say no smoking. Smoking kills you in this way. This is very misleading and false. So the state has to take a position about this. Do you understand?
I'm a little confused because you're saying that the state makes money off of it,
yes,
but
This is
the
an
because
advertising.
accomplice.
Because
Yes.
in Italy,
A copy
when you buy a packet of cigarettes, you pay
package.
some tax about it. Yes, package of cigarettes. You have to pay some tax about it. So the state earn about sell
Yes. And
cigarettes.
it's the same. It's
So,
the same way in the United States. They charge a
okay.
tax on it.
So the smoking must be banned. That's the solution, only the solution. Oh, the state can permit also drugs, little quantities of drugs, and this is very dangerous. Do you understand?
Okay.
This
All
is the
right.
way to go to drugs, and smoking is a drugs. At a long time, you have your lungs that doesn't function anymore.
Okay. All right.
So I think the best solution is to make to pay the person who smoke have to pay their expenditure for the medicine, for the cure, for the smoking.
I would agree with that. Especially
But
in most places where I would imagine in Italy you have universal health care where everyone pays into the state and in through your taxes you have health care there. So if you have a lot of people that are smoking, they take up a lot more of those funds because of cancer or whatever may be caused by it. I would agree with that, having them pay their own. But what would you say about people who are overweight then?
Overweight?
and I
What do you mean?
Overweight. If you're saying okay, smoking is bad for you. Same thing with eating too much food. If you eat too much food and you don't eat the proper food, okay, or you drink too much soda, or even if you drink too much alcohol, it could damage your liver. Okay, all of these little things. If you do it too much, okay, that could be harmful to you as well. So should there be someone controlling everything, or should there be some freedom there? Okay, that's my question. Dennis, you had a comment?
yeah, I just wanted to say about alcohol because it's also a drug in some sense, and it should be prohibited because we had attempts to prohibit it in the past, and it made situation even worse.
Yes,
At
we
least,
saw that in
excuse
the
me.
U.S.
Yes, at least this situation must be prohibited for young people. You must control the selling of cigarettes with young people. Do you agree about this?
I don't know of a good way to do it.
Why not? Why
The
not?
reason why, well, because it goes back to that same question. Okay, it either needs to be completely banned as a complete a harmful substance. Okay, as you can't do it. That's the question that I have. Why, after we figured out that it causes it causes cancer or it's bad for your health, why are we still permitting the sell of it? Okay, why? I don't know. Maybe it's because they're paying a lot of money to governments, and the governments are making money off that. I don't get exactly why it's still around, but it is. Okay, so they are. But it does lead into that other question of how much control do you want people to have over you? Okay, do you want them to say no? You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this.
Well,
We know better than you.
I can agree.
Drink.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
things like that.
I
That's
can
my
agree
only
with
question.
you. I can agree with you because you have to decide if the people are mature or not. If a person, we can say if a person is or people is mature or not. If we can treat a person like a child or like a mature person.
Sure.
So
Okay.
this is the problem.
All right. Okay, guys.
Is a person mature to decide when to smoke or not?
Okay. All right.
When,
Dennis,
when I
final
was
final comment.
when it was to sell cigarettes for children was always prohibited, but when I was young, I didn't have any problem to buy or
Why
to
didn't?
get cigarettes.
Why? But no problem. You are not mature in order. You don't understand what are you doing. What are you doing?
Okay, we've got to end our class. Okay, yeah.
And
Lena, did you have a
last question? Can I? It's
sure?
give up smoking or stop smoking?
I'm trying to give up smoking. I'm trying to stop smoking. I'm trying to quit smoking. I gave up smoking yesterday, and I feel horrible today, but I'm going to keep going on. I quit smoking yesterday. I stopped smoking yesterday. I'm planning on giving up smoking this next year. I want to quit smoking. I want to stop smoking next week. Okay, so we can use those three.
Which one is most?
Any of them. Any of them.
Perhaps
I've heard all of them.
Excuse me, teacher.
Hold on, Vincenzo. Vincenzo, hold on. Okay.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Yes.
No,
hold on. So, Dennis, you can use any of those. Okay. It doesn't matter. I've heard all of them. You know, about the same usage. Okay. So yeah, quit, stop, and give up. Okay. Probably.
Give up may be more formal, no?
Yeah, give up. Give up. Quit. Quit is probably going to be, because it's easy. It's boom. It's a really easy word to say. I quit smoking yesterday. I want to quit. Okay, so that may be okay.
Should I have a last question?
Sure. What's up, Lena?
Say me please, how can we say when we have a question without answer? A question without answer.
A question without an yes, that would be a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay, rhetorical.
Rhetorical.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Okay.
Excuse me, teacher. Another thinking about this is that the state could start a campaign about.
Vincenzo,
yes.
I know you want to keep. We can't keep talking about it. So if it's a quick question, great. If not, I'm already about 5 minutes over. Okay. So we need to end. Okay.
Can I finish my speaking? Just 1 minute. One minute.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, an educational campaign about smoking for young people, but it's over.
Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. It was a great time with you this hour. We'll see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.